What does the overhaul and maintenance of Chinese aircraft carrier Liaoning include? The Liaoning ship was the first aircraft carrier of the Chinese Navy and an important symbol of China's military strength. Recently, the Liaoning warship continued to undergo tense and orderly modification work towards the end of the Double Festival, which is not only a challenge to the Liaoning warship itself, but also a vivid portrayal of the gradual rise of China's Navy strength. As the first aircraft carrier in China, the Liaoning ship has returned to the factory for planned maintenance for the third time in 10 years of service, and each maintenance and repair has brought significant improvements in combat effectiveness. In April 2014, the Liaoning ship was first docked for maintenance after 2 years of service, which took 4 months. In June 2018, the Liaoning ship returned to its home port for a second repair and upgrade, which took 8 months. In addition to routine maintenance, the upgraded and newly built Aviation Command Bridge has made certain improvements to the configuration and electronic systems of carrier-based aircraft. In March 2023, the Liaoning ship finally arrived at Dalian Shipyard. At present, there are 7 docks that can accommodate China's aircraft carrier maintenance work, and more than 20 docks also have the potential to accommodate large aircraft carriers. Of course, considering that aircraft carrier maintenance not only requires sufficient docks, but also requires shipyard maintenance equipment, such as large gantry cranes or tower cranes responsible for lifting power engines and other equipment, we also need to consider issues such as supporting logistics capabilities, personnel confidentiality, and ammunition safety. In addition to Dalian Shipyard and Chongqing Shipyard, Qingdao and Sanya also have large dry docks capable of providing maintenance for aircraft carriers. The renovation work of Liaoning Ship Island has been in full swing. From the details that cannot be seen from the outside, it can be inferred that the modification process may involve comprehensive maintenance and upgrading of key facilities such as communication equipment and navigation systems. These facilities are crucial for a combat ship, as they directly affect the command, control, and coordination capabilities of the Liaoning ship. By improving these facilities, Liaoning ships are expected to enhance their comprehensive combat capabilities, enabling them to better adapt to future complex and ever-changing combat environments. The major maintenance work carried out by the Liaoning ship upon returning to its home port mainly includes 2 aspects: major maintenance and battleship renovation. These 2 aspects are necessary steps for the reconstruction of the combat power of Liaoning warships and also a clear expression of their future development direction. Firstly, major maintenance is to ensure that the Liaoning ship can maintain long-term combat readiness in the coming period. After all, the Liaoning ship has been launched for 30 years and has been in service for 10 years, requiring comprehensive maintenance to extend its service life. During this process, the Liaoning ship will conduct a comprehensive inspection and repair of its power system, weapon system, defense system, etc. to eliminate various hidden dangers and faults. Secondly, the transformation of combat ships is aimed at transforming Liaoning ships from scientific experimental ships to combat ships, which is a more complex and critical task. In this process, the Liaoning ship will upgrade and transform its key components such as phased array radar, avionics, and aviation command system to adapt to the new battleship positioning. These parts are the core factors that affect the combat effectiveness of Liaoning ships, which determine their reconnaissance, attack, defense, and collaborative capabilities. Through renovation and upgrading, Liaoning ships will become more advanced in technology and more powerful in combat effectiveness. The most basic dock repair usually involves scraping off the barnacles and rust on the bottom of the ship, repainting them with anti-rust paint, preventing parasitic barnacles, and performing general maintenance. But sometimes, due to factors such as stress, corrosion, and external force damage, the hull is prone to various pits that affect the structural strength. This requires metal inspection of hull components and replacement maintenance. In theory, repairing original parts is the best, but sometimes the steel used for ship construction is imported materials, and even the material itself may have been discontinued for many years. In this way, carrying out independent repair work is also testing the strength of China's metallurgical industry. In 2018, during the return dock repair of the Liaoning ship, due to a long period of time below the waterline and severe corrosion. For this purpose, the plate repair and replacement will use domestically produced lower sulfur and titanium-containing steel as the replacement material, which has stronger toughness and impact resistance compared to the original ship material. In order to fully utilize the mechanical properties of domestic substitute materials, a special analysis is conducted on the metallographic and mechanical properties of the replacement plates in China before repair and replacement. In particular, tests are conducted on the toughness, mechanical properties, crack resistance, and corrosion resistance of welding processes and joints that affect the structural key, to ensure that the replacement materials are seamlessly matched with the raw materials. This round of dock repair is also naturally proficient in similar subjects. The large-scale replacement of hull components such as outer panels has a positive effect on extending the service life of aircraft carriers. However, due to the limitations of the Liaoning ship's hull itself, it can also cause deformation of the hull during dock repairs, leading to changes in the axis and rudder lines, and affecting the hydrodynamic performance of the aircraft carrier. For this reason, the domestic repair and construction team has also combined their past experience in ship maintenance to carry out ship material replacement work while compiling bow, stern, and midship plate replacement repair processes and strengthening diagrams. They have also strengthened measurement and monitoring at the dock repair site to strictly control deformation during the ship repair process within the tolerance range. In addition to underwater maintenance, the surface maintenance of the flight deck, which is related to the combat effectiveness of the aircraft carrier, is also essential. Aircraft carrier flight deck coatings are usually composed of film-forming resins, anti-slip particles, solvents, and pigments. In addition to traditional anti-slip and wear characteristics, modern aircraft carrier deck coatings also need to have characteristics such as reducing deck temperature, low radar detection, and rapid solidification. In the face of harsh environmental conditions such as high humidity and high salt mist during use, it is often subjected to high temperatures in the tail flame of shipborne aircraft, high-speed impact and friction under heavy loads, and is prone to abnormal phenomena such as damage and detachment. The cost of maintaining the aircraft carrier coating is high, such as the repair cost of the anti-slip coating on the deck of the Little Eagle during its 6-month combat deployment period, which is as high as $3 million. If maintenance is not uniform and comprehensive enough, it can also lead to increased thermal expansion and contraction deformation of the aircraft carrier flight deck steel structure, leading to premature cracking and peeling. For the maintenance of Chinese aircraft carriers such as Liaoning ships, the coating process of the deck coating must be strictly completed in accordance with the requirements of the national standard. The coating start must first choose an auspicious day, requiring the steel plate temperature to be between 5 to 40 degrees Celsius, above the dew point temperature by 3 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity to not exceed 85%. It is also necessary to avoid unfavorable weather conditions such as overcast, rainy, and snowy weather. The damaged coating needs to be removed with a mechanical shovel of corresponding area according to the size of the damaged surface to expose the bottom material of the flight deck. Hand and power tools must also be used to remove all floating rust and polish it by knocking, shoveling, scraping, grinding, brushing, etc., and sandblasting for anti-corrosion. Next, primer should be applied to the bright deck within 6 hours using brush coating, roller coating, high-pressure airless spraying, and other methods. To avoid thin coating, mist coating, or excessive coating, it is also necessary to use a dry film thickness gauge/wet film thickness gauge to control the coating film thickness. Only when the primer is dry can the final layer of anti-slip coating be applied in blocks, and a dedicated roller facility is used for roughening construction to form parallel stripes of ridges and valleys in the anti-slip coating, in order to meet the requirements of the appearance of the anti-slip coating, average texture depth, adhesion of the paint film, and static friction coefficient. The boiler, as the heart of the propulsion system for large ships such as aircraft carriers, is the focus of maintenance. Unlike ordinary boilers, the pressurized boiler equipped on the Liaoning ship has a furnace pressure of 0.2-0.3 MPa, which is much higher than that of conventional boilers. The combustion intensity inside the furnace is high, and the flame temperature can reach over 2000 degrees Celsius. In addition, daily interactions with water, heavy oil, high pressure, and sea salt mist inevitably result in corrosion, carbon deposition, and loosening. Thanks to the daily maintenance of the power system of the Liaoning ship, and the fact that it is far from the entire repair time, it is predicted that the main focus of the power system of the Liaoning ship this time will be on series blowing and cleaning of the main boiler, pipelines, valves, and other accessories, replacing fasteners, and cleaning the pipe bundles. On the other hand, the boilers carried by Liaoning ships not only need to ensure stable high temperature inside the furnace to ensure the efficiency of the turbine, but also to prevent the high temperature inside the furnace from spreading outward and causing damage to the boiler walls. The furnace is often paved with refractory bricks. Although domestic materials are already among the best in similar products, with a designed service life of about 4,000 hours, their usage conditions are harsh, requiring them to withstand the erosion of high-temperature flames and smoke, as well as the impact caused by flame pulsation and ship vibration. The actual service life of refractory brick lining will also be discounted, and damage to the brick lining is a common fault for boilers. In the maintenance of boiler furnaces in China, infrared temperature field analysis technology is first used to accurately identify the fault points of refractory brick lining. Then, strict technical state control and quality supervision maintenance are carried out to ensure that the verticality, flatness, and clearance requirements of the lining can meet the quality requirements. This way, the boilers of Liaoning ships can only feel comfortable under high load operation. If you walk into the dock where the Liaoning ship is located, you will find a surprising scene. The once densely covered scaffolding on the ship island has all disappeared, replaced by a completely new scene. What does this mean? This means that the first phase of the overhaul and maintenance of the Liaoning ship has been successfully completed, and the installation and maintenance of related equipment has come to an end. The sea trial is the final inspection of the transformation achievements of the Liaoning ship and also the final verification of its combat effectiveness. In the sea trial, the Liaoning ship will conduct comprehensive tests on its various performance indicators and conduct various simulated combat exercises.